Attention disclaimer. Before we start this video, I'd like to point out that I am not a weapons expert, especially not a Japanese weapons expert. I do have a couple years under historical European martial arts, but I am nowhere close to calling myself an expert in these types of weapons. Especially Japanese, and especially this one. I only ask that you do not judge as harshly and maybe make your own opinions in the comments down below. I am open to conflict and I am open to your opinions as much as I hope that you are open to mine. Please enjoy this video and, well, enjoy it. That's all I can say.
The Japanese Kanabo. One of the biggest and meanest war clubs I think I've ever seen in my entire life. When I first made this thing and swung it around in my house, I thought of it as slow, heavy, a not very good tool or weapon. But as I used it more, and I used it outside and swung it around a lot more faster, I realized that it was faster than I originally thought. The Kanabo. A wooden or made entirely out of iron club with spikes or duds at the end of one side. It was used as a weapon in feudal Japan by the samurai and their ryoters. The English called it the fuel to a fire. A Kanabo had one purpose, and that was to smash the enemy's armor, bones, legs. Ugh. Honestly, after using it, it had to be the most forceful and powerful weapon I have wielded. My Kanabo weighed 6.5 pounds, or 6 pounds 5 ounces, for short. Now, I have not wielded something as heavy as that. Most of my swords are between 4 pounds and 2 pounds. And I've never wielded a weapon like this before. But I brought it outside. I brought some targets. And oh boy, was I in for a surprise. So, I brought it outside, and here's the footage. I videotaped a lot of stuff. I brought it outside, and I started swinging it around, and this is what I was talking about. The realization that it was, because it has a lot of momentum, it moves faster than I originally thought. Let me turn down that volume. Jeez. Honestly, I was shocked by it. It felt good, but still slower than what I was used to. Now, I don't know proper footwork with this thing. I'm just kind of guessing and swinging it around, and there's construction workers judging me from up top on a house. But anyway, so now I set up a stand here, and I thought maybe I can start smashing stuff. I had different categories from light, medium to hard. Most blunt weapons make it just a medium, but you'll see why. Now, when I take my first swing at this thing, you'll see it just completely blows through it. Like, wow. Like, what does that? What blows something to the point where it just, like, smashes it in half? I've never seen that before. I've tried the cold steel polypurethylene swords, and they've never done something like that. Like, wow. Now, I do want to advise, I'm not used to this weapon. I thought it would be a good idea to move over. Yeah, there I go. I moved over here. And I aimed a bit too high for this swing. Yeah, and I whacked the tip of it. You want to hit the mass, not where it's not. And then now it has barely any water, and yeah, screw you. So, yeah, I continued. The can, oh my god, this can. Just gone! Anyway, still continuing on from here. I checked to make sure that it's not damaged, that it's okay. And it seems to be alright, so I can continue to... I was thinking about doing an overhead, but every time I thought, I knew it was gonna break it one of these times. And when I move to medium, you'll see why. My first thought was, when I'm using this thing, its own power would be its own downfall. If you swung and, let's say, hit something that would not be smashed, you'll snap it. And it does get snapped a couple times in this, and I'll show them later on in the video. So yeah, there's me throwing the medium bottles over. I think one of them, yeah, there's one that breaks. Dope me. Yeah, this is the one where I hit the, you'll see right here, I nail the wood and completely miss the thing. Now, I seriously thought it would snap there, so I start looking around, I'm looking, and there is a little nip, like right, tiny nip. It's not like a snap, it's more of just a nip. That was probably from hitting the wood. I guess I have to reset back up and dope me. I just decided, oh my, that went into the neighbor's yard. Oops. Now, with bottles, it's different. Light bottles, they neither explode or they don't smash at all. And you'll see, yeah, here's this big one. Now, with big ones, it can take a lot more of a beating. And you'll see here, and I'll be quiet so you can see, and, well, hear what I say. Again, checking, making sure everything's alright.
Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Bigger targets don't take that much effect.
Like I said, the big ones take a lot more effort. They can take a huge beating, and you'll see that when I move on to the heavy. The heavies, as in for lights, like this. Like, this is a light bottle, and it just explodes, but, like, heavy bottles, not as good. Not as good. I'm gonna come up here. You probably can't see it, but there's a little chip right there, like a thing. And that was probably because I hit the wood. It a little bit snapped there in between the two screws. Still usable. Still very usable. I was trying to, there it is, yeah, there's a little thing, I think that's where it hit the table. And that's the mark that it hit, and it blew out on the other end. Okay, so heavy's coming up. Heavy bottles, you'll see, I can wail at them all day, and it doesn't work out so well. And it will be, where am I? I would also like to apologize for, well, not doing a lot with this video. I was bored. I don't want to, like, make special effects, make it long, or don't want to shorten it down or make it too long, so I just went with it. Now, you'll see here, this is the big bottle, and poof, nothing. Absolutely nothing. The bottle's fine, Me, on the other hand, or, well, the stick, I'm looking for it. I think I find it. Was it this one or was it the next one? By the way, yeah, when you're hitting something that you can't break through, it hurts. You feel it. Yeah, there it is. There's like a huge, another split in between maybe 2 nails, 2 to 3 nails, or not nails, bolts in this. But anyway, you see the bottle, yeah, the paper's been ripped, but it's done nothing. Now, what I've learned, and you may want to keep this in mind, is when you're swinging something, choke up. If you choke up, it doesn't do that much damage, but you're not like insanely over swinging. You're still hitting hard, but it's like a controlled hit. You'll see, here's another one, controlled. And that's because I'm choking up. I can control it, as in for a huge long, you kind of overthrow it, and that can lead into pretty damaging stuff. Here's another bottle. I go a bit high on this one. Now, I was thinking about ways of attacking this one, and I didn't want to send it that way, because I didn't want to, like, damage. So I decided to hit it this way. And I knock off the cap. It goes somewhere, I don't know where. And so, as you can see, this thing, it can just take a beating. Honestly, heavy bottles, like 2 liters, or those big olive oil bottles, or any large container, is not meant for blunt. Like, you can just bash at that thing all day, and it won't do anything. Honestly, you need edge weapons. Edge weapons are where it's at when it comes to big targets and tanky targets like this. Yeah, I just got frustrated and said screw it. So, yeah, as you can see, the damage has been done. Like, there's nothing I could do that would smash that. There's nothing I can do to damage that. Even, yeah, I can just bash at it all day and nothing would happen. But anyway. That's that. Okay, now you'll see the damage that, yeah, here we go. Woo! We're gonna see the damage that has been dealt to the thing. I'll be quiet here so you can see. So here we are. We're looking on the weapon. I'm gonna turn back on the music and turn it down a little bit. So yeah, there's some damage here and there, yada yada. The video coming up, I want to show you, I decided to take, because I don't want to leave that bottle full of water, I decided to take, here it is, yeah, I decided to take one of my swords to it, and I wanted to show you, yeah, here it is, it's like a katana broadsword mix. It's dual-sided. With a sword, it's much more, like, faster. You can attack, and then boom, and then attack. And I go for a stab here. Horrible stab, but I do stab it, and that went completely through. I'm trying to stand it up here, and it doesn't work out so well. After this, I think I'll show you maybe some ideas of using the kobash, or whatever it's called, against the sword, and also its weaknesses. I think I'll start with the weaknesses first, and I'll show you why you're very much open when you're using it. It's an offensive weapon, but unlike another offensive weapon like a bow staff or an axe, you can't defend yourself really well with it. Though I am not a professional with it. Anyway, here we go. So, yeah, here we go. There we go. Okay, so continuing. Oh no, I turned off the music. I'll get it back on. Give me a sec. As you're watching, you're probably looking through here. Yeah, I'm looking for the sword. There we go. Oh, the volume a little bit. So now, as you can see, I'm trying to show you. See, if you're swinging with this thing, your arm is wide open, and because of the weight, it's very hard to bring that thing back up and around. As in for a swordsman, the swordsman can just simply wait there and simply get back and then attack that open arm. Even better here, a quick snap cut. You can go for like the leg, you can go for the body, and even two-handed, just a simple step back. And I think it's around here you're probably saying, oh wait, but you could just swing it back around, like swing twice, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, we get it. But, well, yeah, you could, but with an experienced swordsman who takes proper footwork, he can simply stand there, wait, and then, as you're bringing it back, attack. Or he can go for an up high, and your second attack misses completely. Just an idea. It's a little bit different. It would be very hard to fight somebody who's experienced with a sword with this weapon. But I came up with a couple ideas of how you can fight it if you're versing a non-experienced swordsman, and that's coming up. And I do want to point out I may over-exaggerate here, but you'll see it. Here we go. So I was thinking about it, and most people who just start off using swords, what they're gonna do, and I'll show you here. Oh my god, I threw the sheet. They're gonna stand out the sword out there going, oh, I'm gonna stab you, and that's not how you... Yeah, bees attacking me. So how to properly do it is they're just gonna stand there and kind of, and then they'll kind of slash at your weapon. Most noobs do that. They don't get the whole attack a person. As for somebody who takes a proper stance, they're going to be moving. They're going to be moving back and forward, side to side, and then it's a simple parry cut. Like here's a parry, beautiful parry. Oh no, that's just a dodge stab. Here's parry stab, or opposite way parry stab. There's many different ways. As for most people, they're just going to stick it out and go, oh, I'm going to attack you, hiya, and yada yada. Honestly, I can officially call this the noob wrecker. With this weapon, I'm not exactly sure what stance is, so try not to judge when I'm doing this. I'm just guessing you would probably keep it in front of you, protecting yourself, and then maybe go for the legs. Like you can fake and then attack that knee. If you hit somebody in the knee, they're probably gonna go down, and you can retreat if they try to counterattack with an up attack. You can move around with this thing, but not very well. I want to point that out. I think this is when I start saying, like, if it comes in and nails your knee, you're gonna lose your stance. Now, this I may have over-exaggerated here, but this is where I thought, what would happen if you tried to block it? If you're trying to block this massive swing. And I came down to 3 things. I put it in its sheath for protection of the blade and protection of me. If you tried to block it, you would block it, but it would neither break your arm, break your stand, or fly out of your hands like this. Like, may have been an overreaction, but 10 out of 10 I'll give it. Yeah, I a little bit destroyed the sheath there. Or, my favorite out of all the 3 things is that you'll block, like a katana block, you'll block like this, and then it'll bash into you, and then you stab yourself. Oh yeah, their construction work is completely judging me, and I just tried to walk it off like nothing happened. But anyway, yeah, I kind of destroyed the sheath there when I threw it, but don't worry, a little duct tape, and maybe black paint, and I'll fix it. Ugh, but anyway, that's just my idea of how to use this weapon and what makes this weapon good. I'm not very good with it, but overall, I would give it maybe a 5 or 10 out of 10. Well, not 10 out of 10. Out of 10, I would give it a 5, maybe 6. It's slow, it leaves you open, but that's just my own opinion. Before I do end this, I would like to just point out that I did kind of rush it at the end, but, honestly, I did enjoy using it, and like me, hate me, judge me, don't judge me, but I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it, and, I hope, I'm gonna pause the music there, that, you maybe subscribe. I'll probably be making more. Leave a comment below of what weapon you want me to try out next, and I'll give it a shot, or I'll give you my opinion on it, and I'm always open to your opinions, and yada yada, and yeah. I hope you do, enjoy this, and, thank you for your time. Before I go, I'd like to point out that if my brother or friends see this, they're gonna judge me on this for quite a while. And they're gonna make fun, call it cringeworthy, which it probably is. But we all gotta start somewhere, and you can't judge somebody just by the cover. Like, everybody's gotta start somewhere. And I'm just grateful for your time, and I hope you do enjoy this. And yeah. Thank you.